And the Madras High Court has allowed MDMK chief Vaiko to hold a Martyrs' Day rally in Chennai. Vaiko had earlier approached the court after Chennai police denied permission for a march and a rally. The Madras High Court has given him permission to conduct a rally inside a stadium. Shabir joins us with more details. Yes, Shabir.
Well, as of now, the information that is coming out from the Madras High Court is that the Madras High Court has allowed MDMK chief Vaiko to hold the Martyrs' Day rally in Chennai. However, there are no restrictions as of now because what the Madras High Court has told is that Vaiko cannot go ahead and conduct a march or a rally in a public place. But as of now, he has been allowed to go ahead and
We'll try and connect with Shabir once again, but that's the details there. He wanted to mark the LTTE chief Prabhakaran's birth anniversary as Martyrs' Day. Vaiko wanting to carry forth a march on the streets of Chennai and also conduct a rally, but his permission is only to address a gathering or a rally. He cannot conduct a march. We will try and play you what the MDMK chief Vaiko told Times Now when we spoke to him a short while ago.
I differ at the starting point about your using the word slain. As far as I am concerned, he is not slain. Okay, ask me.
Yes, what is the message are you trying to convey through these celebrations?
Mr. Prabhakaran is the legendary leader of the Tamil race all over the world. He has given the identity of the Tamil race to the world. He is a selfless, dedicated leader of the superior personal character. And the Tamils who have been persecuted and who have been mercilessly massacred by the Sri Lankan regime for so many years, when the peaceful means failed, naturally they resorted to armed struggle, the younger generation. Mr. Prabhakaran led that struggle, and so many betrayals, and the India betrayed. Indira Gandhi had the vision, and particularly Sonia Gandhi direction. The UPA government betrayed the Tamils, providing all logistic support, giving all military support to the Sri Lankan racist government, enabling them to commit the genocide of Tamils, in which more than 150,000 Tamils, including men, women, children, were brutally massacred. And therefore, there is only one solution, a separate sovereign Tamil Eelam. They are not demanding any secession. They are fighting to regain the freedom they lost. They had their own kingdom for thousands of years. Only after the arrival of the British, they lost their freedom. Therefore, naturally, when they were denied their basic rights, they want to live in honor and dignity. Therefore, when even in Scotland there is a referendum, the referendum failed, but there was a referendum. So many countries have asserted. East Timor, South Sudan, so many countries. Likewise, we demand a referendum should be conducted in the north and east, the traditional Tamil areas. Before that, the armed forces should be removed from that. The colonized areas, the settlements, the Sinhalese should be sent out, and under the supervision of the United Nations, there should be a referendum. At the same time, for the crime of genocide, those who are guilty of the genocide, they should be put in the dock of the International Court of Criminal Justice. Therefore, the Human Rights Council has taken one step slowly. Next year, March, the Indian government should not commit the same wrong and blunder committed by the UPA government supporting the Sri Lankan government.